Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Enjoy the Goldylocks Productions presentation of the In the Psychic Flow Show with Carolan Carey.
Hey, welcome everyone to In the Psychic Flow. So glad to see you joining us. I hear we have a few people lining up already, and I'm glad to hear that. Let me see. I have a few little announcements. First of all, I don't know if you noticed our little thank you commercial to Dr. Lauren Love. She's an ICU doctor, and the nurses and the techs and staff of the Boston area hospital gave us a very generous donation to all the radio show hosts for the month of March. And we have been very blessed. Thank you very much for doing that. That was great. We appreciate you so much. Also, I would like to ask you to, if you're watching YouTube, if you'd like to like, subscribe, and ring the bell, please. That would be great. And give us a thumbs up. We appreciate that. If you are listening to us, please catch us on Goldylocks Productions YouTube channel. We also have a super chat feature that we've added to all of our shows. And you are not obligated in any way to donate, but if you feel like doing that, a super chat, it's more than welcome. And we love and appreciate all of you. So what else do I have? Now before I forget, I wanted to say, I will be on Biscuits and Tea Mystic next week on Monday, March 8th with Kelly Jo Psychic. That is her show on Blog Talk Radio. And then on March 9th, I have to confirm this, but I believe I will be with Jason Zook, the social psychic, on his show. So 2 nights in a row there. And then the phenomenal psychic Joanne Leo, our soul reader, will be on our show here in the Psychic Flow. And that is the March 11th. So if you missed her Valentine's Day special, I hope you will catch up and join us next Thursday. If you have a loved one that you want to kind of get a numerology reading on, a psychic numerology reading on, please bring the date of birth of her or she, and we'll see what we can do about that, okay? See what kind of person that you're dating or are interested in. Or you can just bring your date of birth and your birth name, and we'll check out and see what the stars and the heavens have in store for you. So here we are. Hi, Jill. Thank you for your super sticker already. God bless you. Appreciate you. I wanted to let you know that I will be pulling cards for our super chat people from Wisdom of Avalon. We have some beautiful cards here and their meanings. So I was shuffling that. Wanted to point out my website is carolancarey.com. And if you are listening, you spell it CarolanCarey. I hope you will check it out. I have not updated my website. I failed there. I have to get on the ball and do a few changes to it. But if you'd like to contact me, you can email me or text. My phone number's on the website. Appreciate you. If you would like to consider me your spirit connection, I would be glad and to contact your departed loved ones in spirit. And that is my sole purpose. So really enjoy that work. And I'm going to do some of that tonight. So when we get some people on, that would be fabulous. We'll start doing some mini readings, little super chat. What else did I want to tell you? So we're into March. I'm trying to plan a little special St. Patrick's Day kind of show. I think it's going to be me on. Let's see. And that would be, I'm going to have to do it Thursday, the 18th, the day after. So I hope you'll join us for that. I'm looking for my Celtic tree cards, which I know I have someplace in this house. I probably didn't unpack them, but I would like to do some readings from there. So let's see. Jill is looking for a reading. So she says, I would like to know if you see any new for me. Oh, thank you, Jill. Jill says, I guess she's talking about me. She has a great spirit connection. I have had several readings. She does not disappoint. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Let me just go up here and see where we are. Okay, Jill. So first, let me pick a card and see where that leads us. Let's see. And a focus card. Here we go. It's a beautiful card. I hope you can see it. It says, The Lady in the Lake. This is a lovely card. Really can't see quite the colors on it, but it's really beautiful. Let me read to you what it says. It says, absolute truth, courage, self-respect, and responsibility. I think that's very fitting. We've had a couple of conversations over the last couple of days, a couple of text messages. So I think you know what to expect. I think you're a little bit more at ease. Let me see. Jill, do you have an aunt in spirit? I feel like I have someone related, maybe to Mom. Hi, Nicole. Nice of you to join us. Thank you for joining us tonight. If you have an aunt in spirit, Jill, I would love to know that, because I have a lovely lady here who feels related to Mom, and I feel like I want to thank you for your patience, and I also want to say it's sort of like she wants to bolster you up. This has been a long trial for you and your mom. And you have our sympathies, of course. Cousin is spirit, not aunt. Oh, okay. I thought I heard aunt, but I'll take cousin. She wants to thank you for everything that you are doing in regards to Mom and the family. And, it's such a struggle. And she's what this gal on the other side is saying to me. So she's related to Mom, is saying to me, in a way of explanation, not an excuse, but a way of explanation to you. She's saying, there were a lot of things we didn't quite learn, or that part of the family did not quite learn. And for instance, there were other things than competition or money or jealousy. And there are some things that, she had to learn herself on the other side. So they kind of get, this lady had some kind of collection of something. I don't know if it was dolls or porcelain or whatever, but I feel like she was a collector of some sort, or if she's speaking about herself. But I feel like there's something. And she says, all the years that we collected and embraced all of this of things was so unnecessary, as the lesson that she learned on the other side. So she wants to thank you for your dedication and your persistence and your healing love. And so she gives you a great big hug and says, enjoy. She's saying bon voyage to you. So she's saying, enjoy your trip. And I think that's pretty nice. It does feel, I'm sure we've talked about this. It feels very warm and tropical. So I hope that is correct. And let's see. I feel like I smell salt water, and it feels very warm, and the color looks Caribbean or tropical to me. So I hope that you have a nice trip and look forward to that. So I'll leave you with that and your lovely card. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And thank you for your sticker tonight. I appreciate that. Nicole, good evening. Nicole Butterfield. Let's see. If I don't get more people on here for readings, I'm going to have to talk. Thank you for joining us, Nicole. I want to talk about people associated with your mom as well. And I get a sister, so I want to say, so Nicole, I don't know if Mom has a sister over there or you have a sister over there, but I'm getting the word sister, so I don't know what that means to you, Nicole, but please let me know. I feel as if a lot of happiness with this lady over here, and I want to live to kind of deliver a message about Mom. A lot of healing to mom. I don't know if mom is here on this side or past, so let me know. If you could type in the comment section here, I would appreciate that. And any validation that I'm giving you, that helps. Oh, it's your grandmom. Okay. What is the sister, Nicole? Let me know what sister means. I keep getting sister. So I had an aunt for Jill, which she's not sure. She doesn't want to take. Could be dad's aunt. And I also have a sister on Nicole's side here, and I'm not sure what that means. Maybe it's grandma's sister. But in any event, this lady, lovely lady, there's a toughness with this lady, and she's talking about an outhouse. So I don't know what that means exactly, but she's talking about an outhouse. So maybe you will understand. Maybe she had an older home with an outhouse. And she's kind of laughing. And I want to talk about fried chicken. I don't know who that belongs to, but I feel as if I'm with you, Nicole. I don't know if that means anything to you, but it sounds like to me she's a pretty good cook there. And she's showing me these little toy farm animals. So they're like plastic, Nicole. Oh, your mom makes fried chicken. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. And Jill says your mom did have an aunt in spirit. Right, okay. So your mom did have an aunt in spirit. Okay, good. That helps me so I don't think I'm going crazy. Thank you very much, Jill, for that validation that we were talking about an aunt. That's great. Aunt and a cousin. Nicole says grandma is talking about your mom and that your mom makes fried chicken. Well, it's the best. Finger licking good. And a lot of love to mom. Also, she's showing me, Nicole, you as a young girl. Hi, goodness gracious. Hi, Anita. Talking about you as a young child. With plastic farm animals. I see like a plastic horse and like a plastic cow. And so I don't know if you can take that or not, but I can, this is what I'm seeing that grandma is showing me. So I don't know if that means that she lived on a farm or in a rural area, or why she's showing me these little plastic animals. But and there's a little barn too. So this looks like a little set of a red barn with the white trim, and these little plastic animals, not chickens, cows, maybe a pig, but definitely horses. So I just want to pass that on to you. Let me know if you can take that. Probably, okay. So that's your grandmother, Nicole. Let me know. Hi, Anita. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you, Jill. Gave me another super sticker. Thank you so much. I think she's trying to get another card out of me. I think that's what she's trying to do. So I will pull a card in a moment. Let's see. I would love a message tonight. Thank you, Anita. Anita, I get the word dad, so I don't know if dad is in spirit or I just want to talk about dad. Let me know. I feel as if this gentleman feels familiar, so I wonder if I brought him in before for you. I feel I see his arms, and I see a wood rocking chair, Anita. I see his arms wearing a long sleeve shirt, like a soft material, like a flannel. What I'm also seeing is what my father used to have, was an ashtray on a stand. Oh, he's here. Dad is here. Okay, so this would be someone related to dad. I'm going to go with his dad. I have an older gentleman. I feel like he's sitting. He has long sleeve, like soft shirt on, like a flannel. And I'm seeing something my dad had, which was a ashtray on a stand, on like a metal stand. And it was a glass ashtray, and there's a pipe in it. So I don't know if that belongs to mom's dad or dad's dad, but let me know if you would understand that. In any event, the message is more about, like, I would believe it's Dad's side. So I'm going to go with this is Dad's dad. And I want to say to you, hello to Dad. And also, talking about tires, I'm kind of seeing the front end of a car, Anita. So I don't know if you're getting a car repaired or getting a new car, but there's something about the front end of that car. So let me know if you can take that. The message about the front end of your car for some reason. So I hope that you understand that. We can go back to it. Jill says, oh, it's not for another car, but I wanted to give you another little donation. Oh, thank you, Jill. You're so sweet. Thank you very much. Here's Nicole Butterfield with a super sticker. Hi, Amy. Let me pull a couple of cards here. Let me see what we got. Okay, Jill, this is for you, honey. This is called the Swan. There we go. Oops, that light. Trying to get it. There it is. There's the Swan. And it says transformation, trusting the psychic gifts. So there you go. I wish I could show the beauty of these cards, but they get a little washed out with the light, the camera light. But this is a beautiful card, beautiful deck from Wisdom of Avalon. This is the deck here. So that one is for Jill. Let me pull one while I'm thinking about it. I would like maybe to hear from and my dad. So let me know, Nicole. Is your dad here? Thank you, Nicole. I have the Merlin here for you, hon. And I don't know if you can see that card well, but you can sort of see it. The Merlin is alchemy, justice, and balance. So I don't know if you have something, a situation coming up. Oh, there we go. That's better. Let me show Jill's card. I think it link it to the lower end of this screen. There we go. That's the lower end, and that was for Jill. Justice, the Merlin, alchemy. That's a great card. Several meanings to that card, Nicole. Is your dad in spirit, Nicole? I'd like to hear maybe from my dad. So I guess she's saying her dad is in spirit. When I got Dad, let's see. Oh, that was for Anita. Okay. She'd like to hear from her dad. Okay. Let me go there a minute. Let me finish Anita there with this grandfather person who's talking about the front end of her car. So Anita, let me know if you can take that, if there's something about your car or a new car or something, okay? So let me know. And let's see, Nicole would like to speak to her dad. He's passed. Okay, let me get to Dad, Nicole. I have a sudden feeling in my chest, Nicole, if this is Dad. I don't know if this is how he passed, but he's talking about a sudden clenching. So I don't know if that would be Dad or not, but I feel as if his passing may have been expected due to illness or age, but the suddenness was unexpected, if you can understand that. Not particularly, he says it's something that you're never ready for. Okay, so I think I have him here. He says it's not whether you know you're going to die or you don't know you're going to die. When you do, it always feels unexpected. Like, wow, this is really happening, you know? But I want to let you know your dad was greeted, and I want to talk about a brother. He said something about a brother, Nicole. So I don't know if he has a brother over there or he's talking about men that are like brothers to him. I do have a sense of community around him. So I don't know if he was military or belonged to an organization or something, but I feel he has some buddies there around him. I just want to let you know that. He is also unexpected. He saw people he didn't expect to see on that side. He's been gone a little bit. I don't know what the 5 is. I don't know if he's been gone 5 years or he passed in the 5th month. That would be May. I don't know what the 5 is, or 5 kids. I don't know what that means. But I feel as if there was no more breath left. So I sort of just kind of slid out and was grateful. I was grateful for the help that people tried to give me. And I'm happy on the other side. So it's very quick staccato, I would say, if that's how you pronounce it. Quick bursts from him. So I don't know if that was his energy. It's like, kind of feeling with him, not one to be languid or romantic in language. I feel more like good heart. I feel good heart. And he wants to say to you, Nicole, I made many mistakes. I made many mistakes in my life, but I had a good life and I want to thank you. He says, I made many mistakes. So I don't know what he's talking about, but he's repeated it. Oh, 2 brothers. He had 2 brothers. Good. Okay. And dad had a heart attack. Okay. Thank you, Nicole, for relaying that. For those people who are listening and don't get to see the comments, I like to read the validation out so you don't feel like I'm just making stuff up. I like to have my evidence validated by the people I'm reading for. So it's very important to have that. So thank you, Nicole, for that feedback. He had a heart attack. Dad had a heart attack. Yes, unexpected. He has 2 brothers. So I do feel that he was greeted, and also he felt that he was, for the people that tried to help him, he said he has a few things that he made mistakes, but he also had to be reminded of some of the things that he did well. I feel a charitable person, so I don't know if that's true or not, but I get the word charity, so I don't know if he was involved in that, Nicole. But I want to let you know, he says more about trying to give evidence so that I have that. I think we've established that. So let me just say what the message is for you, hon. He loved life. Oh, medical mistakes. Never went to the doctor. Okay. Never went to the doctor. He loved life. Somebody tried to help him, Nicole. Something about helping him. Maybe when he was found or something, I don't know. But he's saying, I want to thank the people that helped him. Now, this could be, I don't know, in the latter part of his life. I don't know. But he's very specific. He wants people to know that he appreciates them. And I feel as a charitable person. And he was known for that. He was liked, very well liked. So I will say that. He also says, good advice, Erwin, keep your circle of friends close, I think is the advice that he would give. And Nicole, he's also talking about something, an adventure for you, or something about an adventure. So if you can take that, that's the message talking about. Don't be afraid to go on an adventure. Okay. So let me know if you can take that. I think I pulled a card for her. And let me see. Jill, I got the card. Maybe I'd like to hear from her dad. Thank you for the stickers, everybody. Appreciate that. Carol would like to hear. Oh, Nicole is saying, I found him. So what she's saying, Nicole, is, I don't know. That's interesting. I found my dad, too, as well, when he passed from a heart attack. And there's a shock, and there's an apology for that. But you know what? I think, Nicole, he went out the way he lived his life. And I have to say, that's the way he would have wanted it. And I have to agree with him. What's not to like, right? No hospitals, no tubes, no horrible treatments. God bless him. He's very grateful to be here this evening, and a lot of love and kisses to you. So yes, he was a very loving and giving person, love people. Thank you, Nicole, for joining us tonight. Carol said, I would also love to hear from my dad. Can he see that my son is a carpenter? I'm hearing that song and I'm really dating myself and I can't even remember the name of the song now. About a carpenter, and I don't know who sang it. It'll come to me by the end of the show. So I am hearing that. So I think that means, yes, Carol, he does know. And I also get your dad is talking about that your son is a carpenter. He's talking about the finishing of a project. The finishing meaning like the surface of it, finishing the surface, like a finishing oil or something about finishing a project. Okay. So I think he is very well aware of what your son is doing. Very proud of him. You are welcome, Nicole. Dad, I also feel he talks about stamina. So Carol, I don't know if he lost his stamina or he was known to have stamina, but he brings this out in the message for you. I don't know what that means, stamina. And his passing. Yeah, Heidi, that's good. I will talk about that. I will talk about some of the readings I've had that make me want to rip my hair out. So I will talk to you about that. I don't know if Dad was handy and had a lot of stamina. I don't know if he's talking about your son has a lot of stamina, but the word that I get is stamina. He too feels like I have brothers in arms or a group of people, like-minded people he is with. Carol, I have a female around him, which feels like, I almost feel like two. So I don't know if he had two mothers or he's talking about grandma and mother, but he's talking about two females around him. Like, I don't know, two that acted motherly to him. So, and I get that too is very strong, Carol. So I hope that you can understand that. His message, Carol, is to your son. And I don't know who's Randy or the R name is. I don't know who that is. If that's going to belong here to someone. But he's talking about your son is going to do well. He says, you know, if you love what you do, he will do very well. And I feel he's the son is creative in a way. He can look at something and see how it should be adjusted or what way it'll fit in better. Maybe a little unorthodox approach to things, but that helps him. And I think he's going to do very well. I don't know what kind of carpentry he does, but I do feel that he can do things on the side as well. And there's something about the finished surface or finishing off. So he is very proud of your son. And I also want to talk about a birthday, Carol, in the family. So I don't know if it's Dad's birthday or, he was the baby of a large family. Well, he has family over there. And so maybe a sister, maybe he's talking about a sister and a mom took care of him. That could be. But I do feel he is surrounded by people and a lot of love and caring for you. I forgot what else I was going to say, but if it comes back to me, I will spit it out. Thank you, Carol, for joining us tonight. Okay, so Heidi says, it's a very good question. Can you talk a little bit about how to prepare for a reading with you and the best ways to phrase questions to get the most accurate answers? Well, it depends. Let me say this, Heidi. Thank you for that question. It's a very good question. I had generally, I'm trying to look at the last few readings I had this week that were kind of unusual in the sense I read for a family, a mother and daughter, and apparently the gentleman passed was a rather well-known musician, but he did not give me his name. The only information I had was the letter of the alphabet. And he showed me some apparel that he wore, and I got the impression that he and his band appeared in Atlantic City and places like that, but he knew some well-known musicians. He never told me who he was. He was very humble. And his family actually was quite relieved that I didn't know who it was. So, okay. So I gave them evidence, and they took that, little things that he would give. And initially they didn't understand what I'm giving you. And a lot of people don't understand what I'm giving you. So let me phrase it this. When I do a reading for you, I see 4 or 5 people in spirit around you, whether I'm talking to you on the phone, I'm FaceTiming, or doing this. I will see a few people around you. In this particular setup, it's a little difficult because I'm not hearing your voice. I'm reading it off the comment section. And if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, one of them, you may not be able to see the comments that I'm reading. So it sounds like, what am I doing, right? In a private reading, whether we're FaceTiming it in person or on the phone, I will ask you if you had a reading before, and yes, no, okay. Well, and I will say, okay, well, let me tell you how I read. I get psychic impressions, and I speak to your loved ones in spirit. And that's basically all I kind of say, that I do both. Whichever direction or a mixture of both, however you want your reading to go, it's your time. Let me know where you want to go. If you don't know, I will start bringing in people, and we'll see if there's someone in particular you want to stay with for that reading. My readings are about 40 minutes. I've been known to go an hour. If I have to take time for counseling or explaining things, I will. I try not to do that, but I do it if I have to, and if I feel it's necessary. So, and I have one price for that, and that's how I do that. Because the reason that I do this work is to connect people with their loved ones and to deliver the message from the other side and to help with your grief process. So that being said, they will come forward with evidence of who they are, what they did, what they liked, what they didn't like, how many people are in the family, or what they passed for, some kind of things that will give evidence so that you know who I'm speaking to. So once we establish that we have that, we have mom, we have she liked cats, she knitted, she made fried chicken, whatever. Okay, so we got her, okay? And she's talking about some things that are important to her. Some people will ask me, well, what was her pet name for me? Or what was, do you have a name for this? I don't always get that. And let me explain to you why it is for me. Sometimes it just comes out. Names will come out. But sometimes I'm tapping into a stream of information that this loved one in spirit is giving, and I'm tapping into that. So it's not like an interactive. I am here, and this is what I want to say. So they're going, and I'm grabbing this. So it's not like I'm going to stop them and say, hold up, you got to give me your pet name for Rosie, okay? They're not going to do that for me. I'm going to allow them to say what they have to say. If you need to test that psychic or that medium, maybe you better find somebody else. Because the way that it works, they know, the people that come to me and my doorkeeper know, they have to bring me evidence to prove who it is. It may not be the way you want it proven, but they will establish who they are. So, I'm not answering 50 questions. I had a reading the other night. I thought I was going to lose my mind. This woman unfortunately lost a loved one and wants to be a medium. So she had a whole page of questions for me. I was like, nope, that's not how it works. Not with me anyway. It's then if I'm getting your loved one, allow the reading to unfold. Let me explain who the person looks like, feels like, died from, whatever, so that we establish, okay, who we have. That's the most important. And you understand that. So now you know who I'm talking to. I have the right person. And she's the only one person that she really, well, maybe two, that she wants to connect with. So I get this gal, and she's asking all these questions during the reading. This is not how it works. A reading, you can ask questions, but I prefer you hold them to the end, or if there's something you're not sure of, you can stop me and ask me. But don't wait to the end of the reading when I've read 4 people. I brought 4 people in to say, oh, well, I didn't hear from my son, Joey. mention Joey in the beginning, and we'll go there. Because I'm going to have to cut you off, you know. Don't try to take the advantage of my generosity, which is quite a bit. Most readers would charge you $120 for what I'm doing. I'm charging you $60. So I try to keep the reading price low enough that people can afford it. And sometimes I work, depending on what it is, I've worked for donations, I work for free. It depends on the situation. But don't harass the medium. Let the medium give you the reading, okay, that you should be getting. Now, some mediums will tell you, I cannot bring in a particular person. I can try, but I can't guarantee. They're covering their bases. They should be able to bring in anybody in spirit. And if they can't do that, they're fudging. What they want to do is bring who presents himself the easiest and the first, because they may have a message for you that you need to hear. This is not like 1-800 dial the dead that we call whoever, only the people that we want to talk to. You will get the people that are around you in spirit. Some of them are going to make a cameo appearance. Some of them are going to stay for a bit. They have a message for you. That's why they're here. We don't get to dictate to them who comes, goes, and what they're going to tell us. They come for a specific reason, and they come in spirit in this sacred time to deliver a particular message to you. And there's a reason they do that. So it's not, oh, we don't, you know, just because you contact me and you paid your money doesn't mean you're always going to get message that you want. You're going to get the message that your guides and loved ones in spirit want you to have. So you have to give a little leeway. You know what I mean? So I hope that helps. How to prepare is, you could write some things down. That would be fine. You can record it. That would be fine. But as far as, you have to remember, you don't direct the reading. Spirit and the medium directs the reading. You don't have control over the reading. This is not like a psychic reading. A psychic reading is past, present, and future. That's a little different. When you are working with spirit, they come through because they have a particular message for you, and a particular person comes in. So I hope I explained that. If I didn't, let me know. Thank you, Jill. She said my readings are awesome. I hope that helped, Heidi. There's also something else I wanted to. Somebody else, Anita, with your car. Amy, I'll get to you in a moment. Oh, Anita said, I'd asked her, Mel and Spirit had brought in something about the front of a car, and I got the front end of a car, and she said she had the front right side of the car repaired, some chip paint and a dent last month. So when they bring something like that, that means they want to let you know they're aware of what you're going through and what's going on in life. Love never dies. So they are always around and trying to be caring for us and looking out for us. It also, sometimes a piece of evidence like that will come out after I've delivered a message from them. Sometimes a reading will work. I'm giving evidence and a message, and they'll impart to me what they want you to know. So if I say Dad's with a bunch of people, I feel he's got some family there and he's greeted and blah, 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 and this is his message. And then they will throw out a piece of evidence to confirm. Right after I deliver that message, they'll throw out a piece of evidence so that confirms that the message that I delivered is correct and what they wanted me to say. So it's sort of like playing charades with the spirit world or the that game telephone. Okay, so you have to be, sometimes as mediums, we can misinterpret, and that happens. We should not, where I get into trouble sometimes as a medium, what we should not do is interpret what they're getting, what they're giving us. We need to just deliver that. And sometimes I'll be like, well, maybe I didn't, I shouldn't do that. What you should do is just say what you get. And well, I can't take that. Well, maybe you'll take it later. Sometimes I got readings I had a lot of readings given to me. Let me tell you, sometimes I didn't always get the person because they weren't in the forefront of my mind. And then maybe 6 months later or a week later, I'll be like, oh, that was a girl I went to high school with. I just didn't, my anticipation of who should come in was in the forefront. of my mind, I wasn't allowing the medium to bring whoever had a message for me. I was like so focused. Oh, I got to talk to my mom. Oh, I got to talk to my dad. Well, you know what? Maybe they're busy today. And this gal's been waiting a long time to come and bring me a message, and she finally got through. That's how it works. So I hope that was helpful. Anyway, enough of that. I'm sure you don't want to hear me talking anymore. So we got through Carol. Thank you, Heidi, for that question. If anybody else has a question, I'd be glad to answer that if I can. Kavita, hi. Just joined your show. Did you get my email, Kavita, about Charles? I happened to ask Kelly Jo Psychic last week. I don't know if you were on when she was on, but you had a question about a few people in the spiritual healing realm, and one was named Charles, and we both went, bingo, that's the one. So I hope that you got that. Thank you, Jill. I hope you got that, Kavita. Let me just read this. Heidi said, perfect. Thank you for explaining that. Thank you. I hope that made some sense, Heidi, and thank you for your question. Nicole says, remember you asking about a sister and a farm? My sister-in-law had a small farm, and she passed 2 years ago, but we weren't close at all. That doesn't matter whether you're close at all. She's connected to you, and she wanted to say hello. I will take that. Your sister-in-law had a small farm, and she passed 2 years ago. So she's just letting you know that she's on the other side, and she's okay. And if you weren't close at all, that may be one of her regrets, Nicole, that you weren't close enough. And now that she's reviewed her life, realizes that she wanted to reach out to you and let you know that she's thinking of you. So that's an important message. If we try to say, well, we weren't close, so she's not going to come in. No, not necessarily. She's coming through, and you accepting that message allows her to make the amends from the other side that she needed to do. Okay? So it's not just what we need to hear. The person in spirit needs to give that message to you for their own progression, for their own sense of well-being. So that's why. So thank you, Nicole, for coming. You're helping me tremendously. When you give me feedback like this through the show, it really helps me tremendously. Okay, Kavita. I missed the show last week. Well, for some reason, Kavita, we were talking about you, and I don't know why. I guess I had a lull in readings, and I wanted to ask Kelly Jo's advice. And I said, by the way, I have a client asked me, because Kelly Jo just, if you don't know her, kellyjopsychic.com, you got to check her out. She was on last week. She's on frequently. She's terrific. She just belts it out. And I said, what do you think about, Kavita has these two healers she's looking at. And she immediately went, Charles. And I don't even think I had said his name yet. So there you go. Kavita, message. I know you're looking for your Greek Adonis. Is that how you say that? Adonis? Adonis. Adonis. Usually I get a mom figure for your Kavita. This feels like a fatherly, and I want to say the word uncle as well. So I don't know if father is passed or dad's brother or mom's brother. I feel like I'm on dad's side, and I feel like I have an uncle here for you in spirit. I don't know whether I've ever spoken to him, Kavita, but that's the impression that I'm getting. And it's like this. He's like, I feel like you're going to be balancing something. So I don't know if it's career or money or what you're going to be juggling, Kavita, but I feel that's a great sense. I feel very industrious. I feel very creative, and I feel like I'm balancing more than one thing at a time. And it's because you're pursuing after like a stagnant period here, thanks to COVID. People had to, lock down and be protected, of course, but I feel like it's a stagnant air now, and people are like, okay, already, I want my creative work to be, I want to get out and show this stuff. And I feel that you're going to kind of bound out with some different projects. And I think we've talked about this in a reading. So I just want to let you know that you're going to have more than one thing going on. And I feel that these gentlemen, I have two gentlemen here, I think. I have dad and a brother. And I feel very supported of your work, both as a psychology healer, a trauma healer, and there's going to be a lot of call for that in the coming days and years, I would imagine. But also as an artist, your work, I'm sort of channeling this message here, your work as a creative person is very healing to other people. So I know we had talked about your style, maybe not intending to do that, but there is tremendous amount of healing coming through, even if it's a scene. I think we talked about some landscapes or some other things. Those can be healing as well. And to people, it gives them a sense of peace. So I think freedom and peace are the words that I'm kind of getting for you. So I hope that is helpful to you, Kavita. Let me move on here a bit. You missed our show last week. Well, that's okay. You're forgiven. You know, you can always go back. I repost the shows, people. If you go back, if you go to my website, you will see the last show done on the front page of my website, carolancarey.com. Right now, last week's show is on there. After tonight's show will be, or after tomorrow, tonight's show will be on there. So you can always go to the website and check out the latest show. It'll be on the front page. Just hit the button and it'll play for you. Nicole, regret not reaching out. Thank you so much for tonight. Yes, she, that cousin or woman, sister-in-law, regrets not reaching out. So yes, correct. That is the message. Jules, are you from across the pond, dear? Oh, Kavita says she had 3 uncles who passed. Okay, so they're in good company with each other. And I feel like the 3 swordsmen or the 3 musketeers or something with them. And they are around, Kavita. So I just want to let you know they're looking out for you. And they're going to help you with the picking of the appropriate romantic partner. So you will not be alone in that adventure. Okay, so I just want to let you know that. Jules, you're in Florida. Okay, I guess it was Julie I was thinking of, was from across the pond. Jules. You know, Jules, I have a couple of dogs here, so I want to say to you, I hope you have dogs in spirit, because I have somebody's dogs in spirit. Jules is Julia. Oh, okay. I have, Julia is not from across the pond, though, right? She's not from England. I was thinking of someone, Julia. Jules, do you have a couple of dogs in spirit? Thank you, Kavita, for your super sticker. Let me pull a card for you, my darling. Let me see what we got. That's the novice. Huh, that's unusual. The novice. Let's see if I bring it this way. There we go. Everything's reversed on camera. I hate to tell you this. The novice. Innocent, beginner, ignorance, new skill without practice, and an unstable curiosity. So you're going to be a novice at something. It sounds like love. Sounds like you're going to be a novice at love there, Kavita. Wanted to pull that for you. Pardon me. That's okay. But your uncles are going to make sure that you get the right person. They're not going to let you pick anymore because you kind of are terrible at it. Okay. Thank you, Kavita. Jules, do you have dogs? You said yes. Okay. I have a dog here. This is an unusual looking dog, and I feel like a white face, like a white around the face or a white face. And I feel very feminine. So I feel like they're telling me I have a female dog and a male dog over here. And I hope these dogs belong to you, Jules. Very pretty feminine And I feel white paws, like she would cross her paws like my Cassie dog would. She would lay there with her paws crossed, very ladylike. So I have a dog that's like that. I know it's not my Cassie girl because she had a black nose. This dog feels like a pinky nose. And she's very sweet. And sort of Pomeranian or maybe bigger, Eskimo, I don't know. But I feel longer hair. So on the lighter colored dog, oh, Daisy was white and liver. Perfect. That's her. Because the liver would be when they have the pinky nose, right? And your dog from childhood was male. And I feel like a brownie. I feel like a brownie dog. So let me go with Daisy's white and liver. I love that explanation. Perfect. She is lovely. And a sweetie. Springer Spaniel. Okay. So she's got some white there. Very ladylike. I just want to let you know, and I feel like I want to say bow, B-O-W. So I don't know if she had something with a bow or she wore a bow at one time for something, but she comes looking very pretty. And I feel, and she's a good hunting dog, she says. She didn't do a lot of hunting, like professionally, like as a working dog, but she knew she wasn't like a working dog per se, but she knew how to do that. And she would find the strangest things, I feel. Like I found stuff on a walk, or I found a rodent, or I found something in the bushes. She's talking about I would find things. So I hope you can take that. I think you think of her a lot. The long-haired dachshund, this is a brownish, I feel. Is this a brownish dog? A brownish dog. And I also, as much as Daisy is feminine, this dog is masculine. All boy, and I am the boss. She would eat raw tomatoes out of the garden. Reminds me of my daughter when she was little. And she was a family pet. Right. She was not a working dog, but she knew how to find things. Isn't that funny? She would eat raw tomatoes out of the garden. My daughter, one of my visions of my daughter, she's going to smack me. I just saw her yesterday. She's going to smack me for this. She's 41. I can't believe it. That makes me old. So we went out for lunch yesterday because we hadn't caught up for her birthday. So we went out. And she needed some middle school pictures for work for some project they're doing. And I found a baby picture I thought was really cute. So I copied them. I took pictures of them with my phone and I sent them to her a couple of days before. So she loved that and made me think about her as a toddler. And when she was little, we had a vegetable garden. We were up in New York State and we had a vegetable garden and we had pole beans, green beans, pole green beans. And the regular green beans that grew not pole, but on the closer to the ground. And she would pick them out and eat them. And that's what the tomatoes reminded me. Anyway, back to the dogs. Off I went on that tangent. He was a brownish rust color. Yes, very handsome, this young man, I want to say. But he's older. Like, he showed me like he should be wearing glasses. So I think if he's an older dog, I'll call him a young man because he's very prancy. And he's all that and a bag of chips. Very handsome, and he's the boss. So I just want to let you know your pups are doing fabulous, Jules. And love to you, Mommy, very much. And we are free. Somebody had problems with their back end. I don't know if it's the little man, but they don't have that problem anymore. And they're running and jumping. And who are they with? I have a gentleman and a lady. It feels like grandparent era, that generation. And both your dogs are very old when they pass. Okay. So they are with an older couple over there who is spoiling the hell out of them. Okay. So I want to let you know that. Good. So thank you, Jules, for taking that. She said they're both very old when they pass. And she loved Amy. Any feelings for my dad yet? I forgot you, hon. Hold on. Let me get you. I got time. Thank you, Jules, for joining us this evening. I love fried green tomatoes. It just made me think of that. Okay, Amy, your feelings from Dad. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Did somebody have leukemia or cancer? I want to mention that. Amy, I don't know who that would be. You're welcome, Jules. I I don't know who it'd be, but that or the first two words I get, Amy, are leukemia and cancer. So I don't know if you have people passed. I'm also getting a blockage from someone. This could be dad, and I feel like I have a blockage. So I don't know if I have one of the previous spirits I've read for, or if this is for you, Amy. I'm trying to get them to zero in here. I feel like I have a blockage in here. Amy, I want to remind you something about money. So I don't know if you had a discussion with Dad about money, but he's reminding you about some conversation or some advice. And I want to thank you for, I feel like I have an American flag, big American flag here rolled out. I don't know who that's for, but I feel I'm with you, Amy, and it's a big flag and it's rolled out. And so I don't know if Dad was in the military, if he was very patriotic, let me know. Big rollout, he said. Oh, MDS, my dad, it's like leukemia. Okay, got it. All right, thank you, Amy, for that. I don't know if he was patriotic. I don't know if he's with someone who's patriotic. I don't know if Dad had a military background, but I just have this huge flag is just rolled out, and I don't know why that is, but I feel it's with you, Amy. And I also want to remind you the conversation that you had with Dad, and I think it was pertaining to money. I want to put my hand on your back. If I am Dad, I have my hand on your back, and I want to let you know that I support you. I am supporting you. So please don't think that just because I'm gone, the love isn't there. Love never dies. It's spelled out. He's so funny. He spells things out like Surrender Dorothy. You know how that was spelled out in The Wizard of Oz? He spells things out like that for me. That's how he's spelling things out. It's like in the sky. And I wanted to, I think he said, he's talking about telling stories. So I don't know if he told you stories when you were younger, or he shared stories or part of his life with you. But I want to let you know, and he also mentions sister. So I don't know if Dad had a sister or if there's a sister passed over there, but I feel like I'm with a sister, or I'm watching out for, I am with the sister, and I feel, and there's marching here. So I have somebody in the military, Amy, let me know. Oh, your son is in the Air Force. Okay. Okay, that he could be talking about that, could be acknowledging that. I'll let you interpret that. But there must be a huge sense of pride in your son for his service, because I get this huge flag and I see, marching going on. So your son is a veteran. So I think he's very proud. So thank your son for his service. I appreciate you and your son, and your sister-in-law passed. Okay, so that's the sister. Okay, so I just want to let you know, Dad is aware of your sister-in-law that passed, and they're together. That makes sense. And doing well. And your father was very proud of your son. Yes, so I just want to let you know that. And he sends, shows me an eagle, excuse me. I almost got through a whole hour without joking. I just made this new room spray with lemongrass and mint, and I think I made it too strong. I want to let you know how cherished you are, Amy. I want to let you know that. I'm at 8:58, so let me just reiterate, since Goldylocks Productions, our producer, Tiffany's throwing up here on the screen. What a great show. Thank you, Carolan. I just want to thank everyone for joining us. Thank you for your super chats. Join us next week. Thank you to all our viewers and our listeners as well. And join us next week for the psychic. Joanne Leo is phenomenal. She is the soul reader. Don't forget, if you're checking out Blog Talk, Monday night, I will be on Biscuits and Tea Mystic. And hopefully Tuesday, I will be with Jason Zook, who I adore. He's a very busy gentleman, so I'm going to have to call him tomorrow and see what he's up to. But it was very nice of him to invite me on his show. And what a stellar guy. Just love it. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, all of you, for joining us. And don't forget, next week, have a good evening and stay safe. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron. Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.